Hey guys, welcome back to the Hat House. We're going to film this a little bit out of order today, but we're getting ready to head out to meet somebody on Facebook Marketplace, which we're kind of picking up this year. In the new year, we're going to do a little bit more Facebook Marketplace, and Mary's got a great item that we sold. We're going to go into a little more detail in the video about it as well, and then we'll kind of wrap up at the end. We'll tell you how that went down, because you know the Facebook Marketplace is sometimes hit or miss at best. But also inside this video, we're going to tell everybody about New Year's Live. Mary's excited about doing a New Year's Live, which we both are. We can't wait to get with you guys on New Year's Eve and do a live there. We'll have a little bit more information about that inside the video, plus plenty of great hat sales, of course. And but right now, we're going to head out and we're going to go and see if we can meet this person on Facebook Marketplace. We'll let you know at the end of the video how that went, but let's get to the hat sales right now. All right, good morning guys. Welcome back to the Hat House. Seems like I haven't seen you guys in forever, but what we did was we completely redid the garage here. So Mary is now next to me. So if I need to call on her or say something to her, she'll be right next to us. We don't have to go to a different camera shot or whatnot. And then I've also talked her into wearing a hat, which she's got today, and try to do a different hat every day and kind of call out what's special about that hat. This is my Christmas present, actually. Mary got this one for me, so really excited about that. She has on the Stoops visor today, and I kind of wonder what the market value would be for that hat. I found it at a garage sale, but it's like the exact one that the famous coach for the Sooners, Bob Stoops, wore. And so it's really kind of one of my favorite visors, and she's wearing it today. But I have no idea what it'd actually bring or what somebody would pay for it, because there's not that many out there. You can't really find them. But a really cool hat. And let me kind of show you the setup too. Mary's desk is over here now. If I can stop shaking the camera. And then I kind of moved my shipping area here, and it kind of made an L. An L all the way around here. And then we put our boxes over here. And that's it. So we'll be able to kind of talk to you guys better and bring Mary into the, I think I'm going to get like a screen protector, so we can have her computer in the shot the whole time, and maybe you can't see like the order numbers and the customer's information. So that might be a little bit better too. I think I'm going to order one of those. But let's get to the hats that sold today and over this Christmas break. It was pretty good hats that went out. So let's see what they are. All right, first up was this vintage Cleveland Indians hat. It was really cool. I bought this on eBay, flipping it back to eBay. The only problem with it, I don't know how well you can see, it was kind of faded from front to back. The blue was kind of a different color, so I took a little less, took 15 for it. But it still had the tags on it. A snapback vintage Cleveland hat, 1998 champions. Cool hat. They got a good deal on it if they're okay with a little bit of fading. Next up was this Oregon Ducks. It went out for $15 as well. It's kind of this reflective. Pretty sure this is a combined order. Is the reason why I took 15. Went with something else. I'll have to track down what I went with later. But it's a really cool Nike hat. Usually these go for 20, but it had a little bit of dirt right here, and I took the 15 because they combined it with another order. Another great hat right here. Colorado Rockies snapback. It was white, new era, vintage Colorado Rockies. Went out for $40 as well. This was a beautiful hat. We kind of talked on one of our lives about how the Rockies usually don't sell for that great of money, but this one was just a really nice hat and a different colorway that you don't see very often. So I held out for the 40 bucks on this one. Next up was this Huff hat. It went international, went for $15. So the customer probably paid about that much in shipping as well to get this nice snapback Huff hat. The Huff hats can have a wide selling price between $10 to $25, just depending on which one you get. Next up with this Miller Genuine Draft. I think we gave away one almost exactly like this on our live show. This one went for 20 bucks, really cool. Hawaiian flower, all over print, MGD beer hat, snapback. It was vintage, really cool hat for $20. And then another nice hat. This one went for 20 as well. It was a blank 3-stripe. And I tell you guys, don't sleep on the blanks. And don't let them go for too cheap. This went for $20. It was on the Nissan tag, so that's why if it was on like a Youngin tag, it'd been a little nicer. I probably went for 30 or 40. But people need these to put their own patch or embroidery on. They make really nice hats out of these. It's $20, good price for a blank 3-stripe trucker. Next up was a vintage LL Bean fishing hat. This went for $15. It was in decent condition, but I went ahead and took $15 for this one. Fishing hats are getting ready to take off and do really well. $15 for a vintage hat, pretty good deal. Next up was this vintage Henschel wool, kind of had the leather bill on it as well. Went out for $19. Had this Henschel made in USA tag. It was just regular strap back, nice felt wool, kind of winter hat. Took a while to sell. I know that because it has a circle dot on here, but really good sales price of $20. Next up was just a New York Yankees fitted. This one for like $12. It was just size 7 Yankees fitted. Next up was this Solar Bears. I think they're like a minor league hockey team in Orlando. Really cool embroidery on it. Went for $15 on a dad hat, which is usually pretty good. It was made by 47 as well. Really cool hockey dad hat. Next up was this Alpine Stars. It went for $15. It was a flex fit. Had the pinstripes on it. Alpine Stars usually does pretty well between $15 to $25. This was small, medium. Next up was just a regular Steelers. Yeah, Steelers. Small, medium. Reebok flex fitted hat went for $12. Next up was a really cool vintage hat. I'm surprised it went for only $12. I got a really cool deal on this. It was High Torque, the Nut Busters, made in America. Somebody got a really cool hat right here for $12. They'll like this one. It was clean. Pretty cool, funny trucker. Next up was a Denver Broncos. This was just a 47 flex fit closer hat. Went out for like $13. Denver Broncos. Man, they could have done a little better this weekend. But anyways, nice hat. And the reason I say that is because they were my defense in my championship game for fantasy football. And they really didn't perform that well. But I made it to the finals. So wish me luck for the finals in fantasy football. I'm kind of like the most hated guy in the league because I'm always winning and all that. But anyways. Next up was Breaking Dawn. And these hats get priced all over the place. This one went for $30. A lot of them are priced up around $50 to $60. It just takes a while to sell. People like Mary finally come along and think they need a Twilight hat, and they'll pay up for them. $30 for a Twilight hat is a pretty good deal. It's really kind of a cheaper hat too, kind of a movie promo hat. It might have even like come in one of their box sets or something. Don't you think, Mary?
No.
What?
I don't know.
You didn't get a free hat with all the books you bought?
No.
No. All right. Next up, somebody really got into the Christmas spirit with this hat when the Go to Hell funny trucker hat. It was pretty rough too. It still had some foam deterioration in it, and it had some bill wear. But somebody really needed to fill their house with some Christmas joy with the Go to Hell hat. Next up was this Vancouver hat, really cool vintage trucker hat. Still had the tag on it, and it had this totem pole with the birds or eagles on the totem. Really cool. Was perfect condition. Like I said, had the tags. Went for $20. Next up was the Denver Broncos, 2-time Super Bowl champions. Strap back, went out for $12. Just a Reebok Broncos hat. Next up was this nice LA Dodgers. I told you these would start selling well. Dodgers stuff, pick it up, it will sell. This one had a cool side patch, 1988 World Series, and it had the custom embroidery all over the hat. And sometimes you just will not find like two of these that are alike. You just kind of got to find the customer that wants a butterfly on their hat and that wants a LA heart on their hat, and some palm trees. because a lot of places you can get some custom embroidery done on your hat when you buy them. Like where we bought this hat this weekend. You can just go in, you can get some custom embroidery on the hat as you buy it. So a lot of times you just won't find the same exact hat, but you can price it up when it has the custom stuff on it. This one went for $31. Next up was a vintage Colors by Alexander Juilliard. It was pretty felt patchwork. It went for $15. Nice little winter hat. Next up was a vintage Seattle Mariners. It was a diamond collection, fitted, wool, went for $20. Size 7 1/4. Nice diamond collection, Seattle Mariners. And another Dodgers hat went out for $35. Dodgers is on fire right now thanks to Shohei Ohtani. This one also had some custom embroidery, World Series champs on it, on both sides. And it was size 7 1/4, black, $35. Great price. All right, next up was this Oregon Coast. It kind of had this leather crown right here and a corduroy bill. This one out for $14. Nice snapback hat, just a little different. Had the kind of the coastline on it. Nice little print. All right, next up was the Chicago Blackhawks. It went out for $12. It was just a Reebok center ice flex fit hat. Next up was this Syracuse Sports Specialties script, kind of the newer version. Right here it says the one size fits most. So the new version of the Syracuse hat went out for around $28. It also had kind of it was missing a piece of the snap. So they got a good deal on this one if they're all right with the missing snap. Next up was a Patagonia bucket hat. Went for $20. Really good condition, super clean. Patagonia bucket hat, $20. Kind of hard to find a nice bucket hat, Patagonia. Next up was this WeatherTech hat. It went for $18. Really good sell on this one. This one was actually made by the game. So this is a pretty good quality hat. And WeatherTech is a really good brand. $18, a great price. Next up, another international sale. $30 for this nice trucker rigid with the big patch on it. It was been cleaned out on the inside, so all the foam was gone. It's still pretty clean condition though. $30 for a nice patch trucker going international. Next up was this Vandenberg Air Force Base. This was on our Whatnot sourcing video. If you haven't seen that one, we talk about how we can source hats, and we do it on Whatnot. We got this, our average buy cost on all those hats was around $6. This hat went out for $26. And I knew just to price it up between the 20 and 30, just because it was different than most of the kind of military hats that you see. And it was in awesome condition, super clean, nice snapback, vintage Vandenberg Air Force hat, $26. Next up was just a regular Patagonia. This went for $15. Had the pretty cool colors on it. Like I said, most of the time Patagonia hats are 10 to 20. Glad to get 15 for them. This one was just a little bit cooler than the regular ones. Next up, we had a combined order. 2 Green Bay Packers hats. I've had these for a while. So one went out for $9 and one went for $13. Combined order. Next up is this Oregon hat. It went for $13. Pretty sure this is the one that is combined with that other hat. So two hats went out for like $30. Pretty good deal. Next up, another combined order. We had an Orlando City Soccer Club and a Jacksonville Jaguars. These went out for around $18 together. They got a pretty good deal on a combined order for the 2 Florida hats. Next up was a nice San Diego Padres, New York Yankees World Series 1998. Pretty sure the Yankees won that one. But this one went for $25. Really nice white, nice snapback. This one's made by Twins Enterprise. And got to make sure you price up these when they're in really good condition. They will still sell for the 20 to 30s. Next up was this Nike 5-panel hat. Got a lot of offers on this hat for like $10. I finally took 20, and I think it's worth more than that, but you never know. I had these nice ear flaps on it. Had the gray tag, and it was a 5-panel, really good condition for white, and glad to get $20 for it. Next up was a vintage New York Yankees hat by Twins Enterprise. This one went for $15. Pretty good sales price for New York Yankees. Vintage hat, not in the greatest condition either. Next up was this Kangol hat. Went for $20. Nice wool, gray, size extra large. It even had like it was missing some of the printing on the inside. Still, it was in pretty good condition on the outside, so $20. Great for these wool hats. All right, next up, chalk this up to things I price up that I didn't really think I'd ever get that much for, but I got $23 for it anyways. It was a vintage ballet visor. Here's the vintage tag on it, strap back. I thought it would end up going for $10, but nobody else had one, so I put over 20 on mine, and I got 23. All right, next up was this Coors bucket hat, vintage Coors bucket hat. Didn't have any sizing in it, but really had this cool all over print. Probably somebody great for New Year's Eve. They'll enjoy this hat. Just don't return it after you're done. Next up was Pittsburgh Penguins, beautiful condition, almost like new. Went out for $12, 47 flex fit hat. All right, last in the eBay sales was a Detroit Tigers fitted 7 1/4. Went out for 18 bucks, fitted, new era Detroit Tigers. All right, next up was this Alaska hat, really funny. Had these two polar bears doing the deed on the front. Went out on Macari for 18 bucks, cool little Alaska hat. Next up was this Patagonia hat, went for 15 on Macari as well. Had a cool colorway on it, the brown and the green, snapback. All right, we had another bundle on Macari, a nice Nike Golf polo shirt, and then a Nike Golf hat. These went out for $25 together. All right, next up was this Mercedes. It went out on Poshmark for $20. Yeah, $20. It was Nike. It still had the tags on it. Mercedes. I always sell the car stuff on Poshmark and Macari. Even though this one was new with tags, I still just put them there. All right, and the last two went out on Poshmark as well. Two more LA Dodgers hats. This was just a regular dad hat, went for $12. And then we got a nice fitted hat. This one went out for $20. The black new era 7 3/8. If you see that Los Angeles Dodgers stuff out there, pick it up. It is selling. All right, guys, I don't know if I've shown you this part in quite a while. After I get everything boxed up, just line it all up here. It's in order by custom SKU now. And then we'll just print out the labels, which print out in order. You can print them in order for custom SKU. And then I just go through, I just make sure it's the right name on the box, and then we'll box them up. But pretty good after Christmas sale. Quite a few hats going out today. All right, last thing. Mary's got an announcement for us. What are we going to do on New Year's, Mary?
We're going to do a live show on New Year's Eve. And we're going to actually give away, 10 hats?
Yeah, we're going to try and give away several hats. I don't have a box to open, but we're going to try and do some sort of giveaway and try to make it kind of exciting and fun with some sort of game. If you guys have any ideas what we could do, we'll of course talk about hats. We'll have plenty of hats to talk about, but we also kind of want to make it a fun New Year's Eve for you guys and for us. And kind of our new setup, I think we can do some things a little bit different, but should be a fun time. I'll get that put in. Should be 7 o'clock New Year's Eve. If you guys have any ideas about what you might like to see on a live show, let me know that as well. But we're planning right now and see what we come up with. I think we got everything boxed up, so this is what it looks like boxed up. But I've had some questions about where else do we sell? Do we sell anywhere else? And I thought I would give it a try. About a month ago, I bought quite a few North Face jackets. How many did I buy?
I don't know, like 8.
8?
I think.
About 8 North Face jackets. So Mary kept one. So I did buy her for Christmas. She got a new North Face jacket, or a pre-loved North Face jacket. Still in pretty good condition. But anyways, that's not the point of this. I really bought them to sell on Facebook Marketplace. I ended up buying them for around $25 to $30 a piece. Some of the North Face jackets, we'd already sold one. How did that one go?
It went really well. We sold it for $100. It was a vintage puffer North Face jacket.
Yeah, it was it was down. It was a really nice jacket. I figured it'd be the first one to sell. And since I got them for around $30, I went ahead and flipped it for $100. $70 profit. It's pretty good. But we're getting ready to meet another person. How much is that one?
It's $80.
And what kind of jacket was it?
It was just a really heavy North Face jacket. It wasn't down or anything, but it looks almost brand new.
Yeah. So it was men's?
Yes.
Another men's jacket. So hopefully the women's jacket starts selling soon, but it's just kind of a test. Wanted to see how well we could do, flipping some of the bigger stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Also, dealing with cash sometimes is a little better. But we'll let you know how this deal goes. We've done one deal, but we're getting ready to do another one, and I might have a little more of a line on some how to source some things and to flip them on the Facebook Marketplace. That we can share with you as well. So really excited about this sale today. Hopefully it comes through. And you know, Facebook Marketplace, it may or may not even come to fruition. So we'll see. We'll let you know. All right, the best part of Facebook Marketplace. We're here about 8 minutes early, supposed to meet at 6 o'clock. But they're supposed to be here in just a few minutes. We'll see if they make it on time, but we'll wait it out and see if they show up on time. We got other things to do.
Well, we're back home. They were a no-show. I don't know if I actually showed you the item that they were wanting to buy. It was a nice North Face jacket, coat, but they didn't show up. So
yeah, that's the way it goes on Facebook Marketplace sometimes. The last one we sold it for $100. It went really well, went really fast. We didn't record it, of course, but what tips do you guys have for Facebook Marketplace? I think from now on we'll just we even asked the guy. We're like, hey, he said he was 5 minutes away, and so we waited a little bit longer, and then just never showed up. We told him we were leaving, then we blocked him, and won't do any more business with that person. But if you guys have any great tips for Facebook Marketplace, people not showing up, or share your frustrations down below, and we'll see you on the next video. We'll definitely see you for the live that's coming up soon. See you guys.
bye.